All right, here we are. Yoga in the wildflowers. We'll start out palms forward, feet about hip width apart. Soften your knees. Bring strength to your hips and your belly. Press down through your big toes like you were pushing down buttons. And then find 4 even corners of each foot. And root, soften your knees, sit back, and then inhale, press through the ball of your foot, especially the outside of the ball of your foot, in order to rise up. So exhale and sit back, and inhale and rise. So your toes are forward, about hip width apart. You can bring your hands up. Exhale, sitting back. Inhale to rise. So little itty bitty squats. If your hands are behind your head, make sure they're behind your neck, not your head, because you don't want to be creating tension in your neck. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, rise. Maybe every time you get a little deeper, but mostly it's just little activating squats. You're feeling your back body firing up. If your face is coming in front of your knees, you're going too far forward. This exercise is all about waking up the back body. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, rise. Remember, when you rise, you're pressing into the outside of your ball of your foot. Exhale back. 4 corners stay on the mat. You're just using that place, that outside place, to press yourself up, especially behind your 3rd and 4th toe, the spot behind your 3rd and 4th toe. Okay, one foot just steps slightly ahead of the other. Catch your elbows behind your back. All right, so back heel through the crown of your head. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, hinge forward. Belly button towards your big toe. Soften your knees, rise to standing. Trade your feet. Switch your hands, put the other hand on the outside. Inhale, lengthen, back heel through the top. Exhale, fold forward. Soft knees, rise. Step your feet to each other. Inhale, 2 hands to the sky, reach up, look up, tap your shoulder blades behind you, and then arms to your side. Release. Okay, finding that hip width place again, feet parallel to each other, toes forward. And then concentrating again on the 4 corners of your feet. And I would like to make that little adjustment. So the 4th corner is underneath your 3rd and 4th toe. That's the place where you're going to get the most momentum in your walk, in your jump. So exhale, sit back, and inhale, press into that place below the 3rd and 4th toe to rise up. So exhale, sitting back, and inhaling to rise up. Exhaling back into the squat. Inhale, press into that spot behind your, next to your 3rd and 4th toe. Exhale back. Inhale, rise. Okay, just a couple more. Make sure your face isn't coming in forward. So less squat, more back body. Exhale back. Inhale, rise. Okay, now interlace your fingers in front of you, and you're going to bring your hands into this. So inhale, press down into that place in the place below your 3rd and 4th toe to lift your palms up, straightening, and then exhaling, sit back. Inhale, palms are up. You can even lift your heels. Exhaling back, body activates. Inhale, lift, rise, press into that place, 3rd below your 3rd and 4th toe. Exhale, back body engaged. So you can follow your hands with your eyes. You don't have to come up onto your toes. You can just press into that spot and lift. Exhale, sit back. Inhale to rise. So you're feeling your breath and your movement coming together. then step your feet out a little bit wider. And bend your knees, sit back. So here's feet outside of your hips, okay? And then cross your arms at your heart and sit back. So make sure your back body is activated here. I'm dealing with some uneven terrain. Okay, now look to the left, extend your left arm. Make sure your knees are pressing out over your ankles. Feel how that lifts your arch. Okay, so your knees are pressing out over your ankles. Yeah, toes forward, all 10 toes are forward. You want to separate your feet so they're kind of towards the edges of the mat. Yes, knees pressing out over your ankles, 10 toes forward. Knees pressing out even more. You want to create like a bow in your legs, yeah. And then you're sitting back at the same time and your arms crossed, okay? So it's like a balance, like you're riding a horse, although my horse would be pretty skinny. Okay, left hand extends out, right hand draws the arrow back. Shoulder blades together on your back. Inhale, open, exhale, arms cross, gaze forward, look the other way, extend, inhale, draw. Exhale, back, look, extend. Inhale, pull the arrow back. So you're flowing with your own breath. Exhaling to neutral, inhaling to opposite. Challenge your balance by letting your back body activate. So I want all 4 corners of your foot on the mat. And I want you to be even in your feet. But I want you to feel your back body engaging. The backs of your legs, especially as you pull your knees out over your ankles, softening them. Making sure your knees are not collapsing in to the stance. Exhaling to neutral. Inhaling. Extra little shoulder blades kiss on your back. All right, step your feet back underneath your hips. Okay, here we go. Soft knees, feet about hip width and parallel. So spread your toes wide and grab the mat. Yeah, like you could actually grab the mat with your toes. And then press down through your big toe for balance. And then find that outside corner of the ball of your foot below your 3rd and 4th toe. Grab the mat there. That's for the momentum, for moving. That's the place where you pivot. And your knees are soft and your hands interlace in front of you. No, sorry. No, this one is one palm up and the other palm down. So exhale and sit back into your back body. And then inhale and press. So exhale to neutral and your knees soften. Sit back into your back body. And then inhale. Press through that outside corner. Feel it engage in the mat. Exhale. Neutral back. Inhale. Press. Exhale. Neutral back. So you're starting to feel that action. When you bend your knees, think about like you're picking up a baby and your butt is out and your hands are in front of you. Like that kind of action is what I want you to feel on this exhale. And then on the inhale, I want you to feel extend, but especially as you press through the outer foot. Notice how that lifts the arches. Exhale, like you're picking up a baby. Inhale, opposite hand. Press through that outside of your foot. Exhale, like you're gonna pick up a baby. Inhale. Press. Your own breath. This is core work. This is shoulder work. This is balancing the left and the right, the brain, the body. the breath. Step the feet out a little wider than the mat this time. Knees pressing out, toes going forward. Fingers in, thumbs back. So get low here, head, heart, hips parallel to the earth. 10 toes stay forward. Now simply straighten one arm and leg, and then inhale, lifting your heart. Exhale, your head is gonna trace a U through an exhale, through the bottom. And then inhale, the top has the other arm and leg straight, other arm and leg bent. So flowing with your breath, exhaling low and slow. Inhale, rise. Find the center. Roll up to standing. Feet step back underneath your hips. Palms forward. Soft knees, strong hips. Lengthen through the top. Find all four corners of each foot. Lift your arches. Press into the four corners to lift the arches. All right, belly to the left, heart to the left. Look over your left shoulder. So hips, knees, toes, all facing forward. So come back to neutral, come back to neutral, okay? And you're lifting your arches. You got your four corners of each foot. And then think about, I'm about to pick up a baby. Feel how that makes you stick your butt out just a little bit, right? It gives you a little counter place. Like everybody here has picked up a baby or a small child or a dog. Okay, so think about what you're gonna do. You're gonna stick your butt out a little bit and your back is gonna be flat because you're trying to pick something up out there and it's protecting your back. Okay, so bring that even into this. That slight little butt out, flat spine, palms forward. Okay, now feel how that locks your hips, knees, and your toes into this forward place. And if you keep that there, you can bring your belly, heart, and face around, also keeping your lumbar vertebrae, your sacrum, very stable. Exhale back to neutral. Inhale the other way. Exhale to neutral. Inhale. Four corners of each foot. Rotating into the twist. Now step your feet back out. Bring them to the edges of the mat. So just inside the edges of the mat this time. Knees press out over your ankles. Sit back, make two fists. Bring them up high on your ribs. Knees are out, creating this bow structure in your feet. Toes are forward. Notice how when you press your knees out, your arches lift. So encourage that, lifting the arches, knees out. Okay? All right, so exhale, hip forward, strike behind you. Inhale through this center place, opposite. Flow with your breath. All right, now in slow motion, I want you to, right fist comes all the way across, like to punch the person on the left of you in the shoulder. And then lift your back heel and send it all the way out to the front wall. So lift it all the way, so your hip has to turn all the way over. And then come back to the center. Okay, now the other way. Punch, your back heel lifts, and goes all the way to the front wall. So this is like an unusual turn in your ankle. All right, so inhale back, exhale. So go in slow motion until you're confident in the movement. But this is about the heel going to the outside. The front leg creates a bow, the back leg creates a bow. Back to neutral. Feet step back under your hips. Hands on your low back. All right, first remember there's a baby. All right, feet are hip width. Find that space where your butt is poking out, creates this flat spine, like there's a baby in front of you. But then bring your hands to your low back. Now, even with that neutral spine, lift your bottom ribs. Look up. So it's less of a back bend here and a lot more of a heart opener. Inhale, heart open. Exhale, hands travel down the back, outside of your leg. Fingers correspond to your toes. Inhale to lift your toes. And then exhale, inside front leg, rise to standing. Hands on your low back. Heart lift, look up. Extension here. But keep that safe low back. Exhale. Inhale, lift your toes. Exhale, inside front leg. Hands on your low back, heart lift, look up. Exhale, back leg fold. Inhale, lift your toes. Exhale, inside front leg, rise. You're flowing with your own breath. Two hands to the sky. Reach up, look up all the way onto your toes if you can. Exhale, shake it all out. Inhaling up. Exhaling, release. Find your tabletop. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Press through your fingers and come around in circles. Both directions. Big toes together, knees apart, hips back towards your heels, forehead towards the earth. All right, knees towards each other again, and tuck your toes under. Bring your right arm underneath your left armpit and just let the weight of your body open your outer shoulder. You can grab the mat with your right hand and draw it towards you. Left hand to the sky, look up. Unwind. Left hand, spiders underneath your right armpit, and grab the mat, draw it towards you, opening your outer shoulder, weight of your body comes down. Take a moment to breathe into that, and then lift your right hand, look up. Unwind. Find your neutral spine again. Big toes together, knees slightly apart. Now, bring your hips back towards your heels and move your heels out around your booty. So you're pressing your heels away, out and away. And then you press into the outsides of your feet, the outsides of your shins, the outsides of your thighs engage to press yourself forward. Now you press into your hands and you pull with your inner leg, hips to your heels. So inhale, press into the outside of your leg, outside of your feet, heart forward, look forward. Exhale, hips towards your heels. Draw in with your inner leg, pressing with your hands. Inhale, outside leg, outside foot pushes you forward. Exhale, press through your hands, pull through your inner leg, hips to heels. Inhale, outer leg, outer foot, gazes forward, shoulders away from ears. And then press through your hands, hips to heels. Inhale, outer leg, gaze forward. Exhale, inner leg pulls, hands push, gazes forward. Inhale, outer leg, outer foot, outer thigh propels you forward. Exhale, hands push you back, inner leg sucks you back. Okay, a couple of times your own breath. Gaze stays forward. All right, find your tabletop again. Extend Extend your left leg behind you. Bring your right hand in front of you. Fingers forward, heel back. Two hands to the earth, two knees to the earth. Right leg behind you, left hand forward, reach. Two hands to the earth, two knees to the earth. Hips to your heels. Let your back round. Breath is deep and smooth and even.